In a powerful display of diplomatic unity, the Foreign Minister of India, Brazil, and South Africa issued a clarion call for action against terrorist organizations, particularly those based in Pakistan, such as Lashkar-e-Tayyiba and Jaish-e-Mohammad. The strong condemnation came during the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, where these three emerging powers, known collectively as the India-Brazil-South Africa IBSA Dialogue Forum, outlined a comprehensive approach to global counter-terrorism efforts. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, Brazil's Foreign Minister Mauro Vieira, and South Africa's Minister of Justice and Correctional Services Ronald Lamola, in a joint statement, emphasized the need of concerted international action against UN-listed terror organizations, including Al-Qaeda, ISI, Daesh, LET, and their proxies. The statement underscored the necessity of dismantling terrorist safe havens and eliminating threats posed by these groups, reinforcing their resolve to combat terrorism globally. The IBSA Forum's joint statement reflects a deeper concern over the growing menace of terrorism and its cross-border implications, especially as it relates to financing, recruitment, and the movement of extremists. For India, the specific targeting of LET and JEM organization historically linked to attack on Indian soil underscores the country's present security concern. For Brazil and South Africa, the alignment with India's anti-terror stance strengthens their positions as key players in shaping global security framework, reflecting a broader commitment to peace in the global South. This call to action is not merely rhetorical, it includes a detailed proposal of an international counter-terrorism framework that focuses on preventing the cross-border movement of terrorists and curtailing the financing of terror networks. By calling for this framework, IBSA's leaders are advocating for systematic changes within global governance, including the reform of the UN Security Council to provide greater representation of countries from the global South. India, Brazil, and South Africa are positioning themselves as champions of this reform, hoping to cement their influence in multilateral institutions. From New York to global arenas, while the joint statement was issued on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in New York, its implications reverberate far beyond the meeting rooms of the UN. The IBSA Dialogue Forum, founded in 2003, has grown into a platform that elevates the voices of three of the largest democracies in the developing world. Their collective push for reform is set to influence other arenas, including G20, where India held the presidency in 2023, Brazil in 2024, and South Africa is slated to take over in 2025. This continuity in leadership across influential global forums strengthens the unity and leverage of these nations on an international stage. A broader role for the Global South, the IBSA Forum's joint statement highlights the strategic significance of the trilateral partnership not just in the fight against terrorism but also in reshaping a global governance to better represent the developing world. By calling the reform of the UNSC and pushing for a comprehensive counter-terrorism strategy, India, Brazil, and South Africa are asserting themselves as key stakeholders in global security and decision-making. The United States sends a clear message to the international community. The Global South must have a seat at the table in addressing both the immediate threats of terrorism and long-term challenges of global peace and stability. This call for action is a pivotal movement underscoring the role of emerging powers in shaping a new world order where the voices of the Global South are not heard but heeded. Patch. This call for action is a pivotal movement. Patch. This call for action is a pivotal moment, underscoring the role of emerging powers in shaping a new world order where the voices of the global south are not only heard but heeded.